I don't even want to win, but like, I just came on the show to like have fun and just like, I don't know, like fuck around, but like, I don't even care. Like, literally hate everybody, whatever. Oh. I am Big Brother. You're dumb bitch. Like, I am totally Big Brother.
Hi everybody and welcome to a very special Big Brother Canada 4 post-season recap show with Maddy. But first, you guys know the deal. If you are watching this back in YouTube, you can click on these buttons, thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps support our shows. iTunes 5-star rating and a nice review is awesome. The best way to help support our shows is to become a patron. YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. You get access to the patron group, shows, content only for patrons. Also, two final quick notes. If you want to be an updater for us for Big Brother 18, check out YourRealityRecaps.com/BB18 updates. And if you haven't bought your feeds, you can do them at YourRealityRecaps.com/feeds. That helps support us too. Of course, you guys are here in You Now. Start getting your questions ready for Maddy. Become a fan right here in You Now. Spread the word. Sideways, Pac-Man, megaphone, up arrow. Spread the word. Share it on all of social media. And you guys can start tweeting your questions with hashtag YRRLive or leaving them in the chat room. But without further ado, let's bring it to the lady you all want to hear from. And she looks and sounds great, Maddy!
Hey!
How are you doing?
So good. I'm so good.
You are so good. Now, look, Maddy, I need to get something out of the way right off the bat. It's
okay.
probably going to be this right here, your Twitter, because over on Twitter, George B. Damien wants to know, Maddy, WTF are you getting on Twitter?
I will. I have my own personal Twitter account.
Okay.
I just don't know how to use Twitter. I have one tweet and it says hi. I don't know how to use it. I'm scared of it. I don't want the haters to come out. And like, I would just rather avoid it.
Maddy, if you understand Snapchat, which I'm convinced involves some sort of a college degree, you can understand Twitter. Because I still don't understand the swipe left 3 times and it's the person and hold to see the thing and then it disappears in 10 seconds unless the moon is out and then it will stay longer, but don't screen grab because then they'll know. I don't understand Snapchat. If you can figure that out, you can figure out Twitter. And here's the key, Maddy. Block. If anybody annoys you, there's a block button. Or if like, oh, I gotta be nice to them, I can't block them, then there's a mute button, and then you just don't see anything they say to you, and they don't see that you blocked them.
I like that.
I am sure there are a lot of your fans that would love to help you figure out Twitter.
Twitter? Yeah, I've heard.
But tell everybody where you are on Snapchat. So you do let people follow you on Snapchat, right? Or do you not?
Oh, yeah. I let everyone follow me. I love Snapchat. Like, I used it before the show anyways. Like, I'm obsessed.
Okay, so where do they find you on Snapchat? What's your Snapchat name?
My Snapchat is just Maddy Pavle. So MADDYPAVLE.
Perfect. And we will put the links to that below this show. Dana in the chat room is saying, Maddy snaps are amazing. You guys need to add her. Connie Thurman in the chat room wants to know, well, actually, wait, I'm going to hold that question and I want to ask you this first. Maddy, is Big Brother Canada 4 still not Lover's Paradise? Or is it still Lover's Paradise?
Yeah, I feel like when I said that, I kind of just like wanted to go Godfrey, because I love Godfrey. He's my favorite. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of wanted to be like these prom king and queen, they just need to die. And the only way I'm going to say this is with a quote, and it happened, so.
All right. Here's what a lot of people want to know, because we didn't understand kind of when we were like watching things kind of unfold in the house with you. It seemed like you and Ramsey were kind of showmancy. But then now, and I admit I did not see this, so feel free to correct me. Then you went on like a morning show and you were kind of like, Ramsey, like I have a boyfriend at home and I'm not really interested in Ramsey. But now that the show's over, it seems like you and Ramsey are spending a lot more time together. So Ramsey kind of spoke about it a little bit the other day. What would you like to say about it?
I mean, obviously he saw what I said when I got evicted, which was my heart is still with someone else, which is not a lie. That was not new information to anybody in the house. I spoke about it every single day. If you were a feeder, you would understand. But that doesn't mean that I can't have feelings for someone else. I mean, I'm 21 years old. Like, am I going to get married? Probably not anytime soon. So I think, I don't know. When I left the house, I was upset. I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted, what I was supposed to do. If Ramsey even really liked me, to be honest. Like, I had no idea if that was, like, for his game or if it was real. Like, I don't know. I regret saying what I did because I actually care about Ramsey a lot. And, I hope that we can, be together in the future or whatever life brings us, basically.
I think he cares about you a lot as well. Jack S. says, does the social construction of society have an impact on the game you played? So, do you feel like your game was influenced at all? I think what he's trying to say, do you feel like you changed your game at all because of what you thought people might think of how you were playing your game?
I think every day I woke up and I knew that there was cameras on me and I knew that I was going to be watched every second of the day. So I obviously thought about, what the world was going to think of me, but I kind of just didn't care. Like, I was going to just, like, do me and, like, do what I thought was right, whether or not people think that was a good move or a shitty move. But it doesn't really matter to me. You weren't in the house. I was. Unlucky.
Right. Let's go back, and then we're going to put a pin in the this chapter, but it is a question from one of our patrons, Christy Berg, who says to follow up. So, what did the person that you're saying you have feelings with, what do they kind of think of the Ramsey situation, or have you parted ways completely now? Or you don't have to answer that if you don't want.
I mean, we can't really talk every day because he's kind of doing police work and it's like undercover and like I do drag a lot of attention to his life. So that's kind of not really a thing anymore, I guess.
Okay.
Like, which is super shitty and it sucks because you like, regardless, even if losing a friend, it still sucks. You don't want to lose anyone that was big in your life, but everything happens for a reason, and I don't regret anything I did with Ramsey.
Perfect. Okay, boom, that chapter's closed. I feel we've covered it. Question from Angel Chick. Why did you want to get the girls out more than the guys?
FYI, I actually didn't get any girls out.
Mm-hmm.
I only got Levita out,
mm-hmm.
and that was the one girl that I actually, like, targeted.
Right.
So, whereas Levita actually put up, was it 4 girls? I think? Yeah, so I didn't exactly get girls out of the house.
That's true. You didn't get them out. No, you didn't get them out. But would you say, like, you felt like you targeted girls more than guys when you were playing the game?
I guess. I mean, I kind of targeted everybody that wasn't on my side. So.
I think it's because the girls play the game smarter than the guys, and they're more strategic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't target Cassandra. Like, she's such a good liar, and I was just so convinced that, like, she was on my side and that we were friends and whatever, but that nasty little bitch just, like, completely just caught me off guard. But I don't know. Like, I went after Kelsey because in real life, I just wouldn't have been friends with her regardless. I was like, you're not really playing the game. I'm a super fan. This bothers me. You need to leave.
Aaron91 in the chat room says, I wanted Cassandra and Maddy to become some sort of a secret
Everybody
power
says
duo.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a common topic, and we know that, and we probably would have killed it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And we came in on day one together. But, you know, I hate to say it, but once again, like, Levita had a hand in me not working with anyone else but those four. Which, you know, if someone wants to work with me, I'm still fresh into the house. It's day 3. I'm gonna say yeah. Like, I don't know what else to do. I'm panicking. And so I went with that route, and Cassandra was like, you're an idiot. You could have worked with me and gone to the end. But
why do you think Levita pinned you into that group that you couldn't get out of it?
I have no idea. I maybe because I was like vulnerable and I just would go kind of in any direction. Like if the 3 wanted me to work with them, like whoever got to me first, I probably would have said yes. So
do you wish you would have done that differently? Do you feel like if you could go back, you would try and explore other options?
It's a bit of 50-50 because I do regret working with Dallas and Levita only because they were such strong players. And working with them, I'm instantly a strong player.
Mm-hmm.
But if I never worked with them, I wouldn't have been as close with Ramsey, which means you probably wouldn't have made such a great connection. And that means a lot to me. And I'm like eternally grateful for that.
See, now you're an interesting one for me, Maddy, because there's like a Kelsey who, yesterday we heard from Kelsey, and she, to me, and it says it herself, is more of an emotional player who will play more based on her emotions, as opposed to, let's say, a Cassandra who's going to play more strategic. But you seem to be like kind of a mix of the both, where like you're a so I find it very interesting in knowing what you were thinking in like these situations. Mitchell's Moffat says, who and what speech was your favorite from the season besides your own?
I loved Mitch's speech. It was so good. His POV speech was hilarious just because like I felt the exact same way about those people. So I was kind of just like, yes. But at the same time, I also loved Tim's speech when I was sitting next to him in the block because his whole speech was about me. It wasn't about him. And so it gave me a little bit of airtime and made me look like a killer. So
let me ask you this. If you could have picked who the final 2 people were out of anybody in jury, who, and not yourself. So like if you could pick the 2 people you wanted to be in the final 2, who would you have picked?
I probably would want it to be like Tim and Mitch. Like out of everyone in the whole game, like they just killed it. I just love them. And I, even at home, if I was watching and I wasn't even on the show, like I would want those 2 to win too.
Interest. And you are not one of the people who would have had a problem with Tim winning.
No. Oh my gosh, no. I hate this whole like, oh my god, he's from Australia. It's like, yeah, so? Like, he deserves to win because he like played a way better game and he's just smart and he played everyone and I should have done that.
Who do you think played the best game in the house? If you just had to pick one person to say they played what you think is the best game, who would you say that would be?
Yeah, I think Cassandra or Tim played the best game because they're just so good at manipulating people and they're such good liars, and I just don't. It blows my mind like how they convince people such crazy things. I do want to say Mitch, but he did play so low key for a while, and I think people could tell that he was playing both sides, so he kind of got himself in trouble.
Fair Heather in the chat room wants to know how much Big Brother did you watch? We know that you're a super fan. Did you watch all of Big Brother Canada seasons? Did you watch any of our US seasons?
I've watched every US season since like season 10 and like every Canadian season.
What was your favorite US season?
Probably the coaches season or last season. It was pretty good.
Well, if you have a favorite, you can tell me a favorite, but in general, who were some of your favorite US players?
Boogie, Brittany, Dan. Dan. Yeah, Dan's like a bit of a dick, but definitely like Brittany and Boogie. Like I love them. They're totally like my kind of players and people, and they were the best, I think, and they were so entertaining. And Johnny Mac.
Okay, I love I mean, I don't get why everybody is saying Boogie, but yes, I agree 100% on Brittany. I agree totally on Brittany. Rosie P wants to know, was this your first time trying out for the show? Like, was it the first time you tried out for Big Brother?
No, this wasn't the first time. I think this was last year I got a call back, made it pretty far, and then just didn't get it. And then this year, I got a call back from last year's audition. And they said, hey, come in to open call, yada, yada, yada. And then I got it right away, which is really cool.
Interesting. Jomo wants to know, Maddy, what was your problem with Kelsey? Or are you two friends now?
I honestly wish I could say I'm friends with Kelsey now, but she just left on such an early note. I didn't even get to say goodbye. I don't have her phone number. I have no idea what she's doing or where she is. She's not very big on social media. I don't have her on Snapchat. Like, I wish I could say I'm connecting with her, but I just haven't. And I'm sorry, but I don't like my problem with her in the house is that she just didn't want to be there. She just kind of liked the experience and like the friends, whereas like I just wanted to win. Mm-hmm. And like the point of being on Big Brother is that like thousands of people auditioned for the show and they want to be here, whereas you just want to cuddle. I just thought it was kind of,
Oh, and now I'm going to defend her for a minute, and you probably shouldn't comment on this, but I will say, speaking for myself, as a recruit, and then there are some of us who are huge fans like you and I who would kill to play this game. But I can't really fault a recruit, maybe, for being recruited. Just a regular comment. But that being said, the game is over. I think a lot of your fans hope that you two connect. Yes, she is like you in the sense of, I don't even think she is very good on Twitter. She doesn't really use it. But I have her phone number if you want it. Maybe we should just call right now. I'm totally kidding. Maddy, we have a caller on the line. We're gonna work this out right now. No. I think I feel like I've said this every show, but I swear I see it every single season. I'm calling it right now. Mark my words. By Christmas, you are all best friends. By Christmas, This is all behind all of you, and you all are going to be good friends, and you're going to be, like, hating on Big Brother Canada 5 people that are coming up the line. Lost Decon Cruised wants to know, what was your favorite moment in the house?
My favorite moment in the house was probably just, like, the house was so stressful, so I think just, like, hanging out with Dallas and Ramsey, we just, like, kind of forgot about the game sometimes and just had, like, so much fun. Like, we were such idiots, and I loved it. Like, that was just so relieving, and it was really fun, and it definitely, like, got me through those long days.
Jacqueline Colton wants to know, what was the favorite competition you played in?
Definitely the baseball competition, even though I got hit in the leg with a bat, which was very painful. It was just so fun, and I loved nothing more than to see those three suffer and lose that game so bad. It was awesome.
Are you, a lot of people want to know, are you going to go to the New York City premiere party for Big Brother 18?
I wasn't, like, really invited, or, like, I didn't really hear about it.
Maddy, you're a reality star now. You don't have to be invited. You just show up if you want to go places. Especially when other reality people are going to be there. But no, I mean, I know the people doing it. I'm sure I can get you in touch with them if you'd like to go. I will tell you, maybe you don't want to go. Let me tell you who I know is going that you know.
Okay.
The brothers, Kelsey, Cassandra, Levita, Joel. Who am I forgetting, chat room? I feel like there's two more people going, but those are the people going from your cast, and it's fun. And then all of the tons of U.S. people are going to be there as well too. It's the premiere party for Big Brother in New York
Oh,
City.
that's so cool.
It's just a short. Well, I don't actually know where you are, but it's just a short 8-hour drive from Toronto, anyway.
So it's like a 7-hour flight for me, probably.
Probably. Oh, so you're more on the California side.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't blame you. Don't come.
Yeah.
Go to the finale in LA. There's a finale party in LA, and that's kind of closer.
That sounds perfect.
Trevor Chung wants to know.
Trevor.
Oh, you know Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay, he wants to know, would you ever come back for an All-Star season?
I mean, yeah, like I think if I were to come back, I'd probably play differently just because I wasn't loved on my season. So I'd probably change the way that I played, but I definitely would be a little bit more strategic and like actually think about what I'm doing instead of just like make irrational moves right away.
So I guess, I mean, that is specific. I was going to say, what specifically would you do to change up your game? Just kind of think through your moves more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know that everyone's like, oh, the dumbest thing you did was get rid of Levita. But like in that house, like you panic when you win HOH, especially when it's double eviction. You're like, holy shit, I don't know what to do. Like, do I do what the house wants me to do? Do I do what I want me to do? And I just wasn't feeling great vibes from Levita. I was just feeling sick in the stomach. I had bad taste in my mouth. So I was just like, okay, if I can get someone out while I can, it's going to be her because I know that she's just going to continuously win herself through this game. And, you know, I can't have someone beat me. So.
Right. Francesca P in the chat room wants to know, would you ever do another reality TV show? And now I'm going to name some for you. So let's start with, would you ever do Bachelorette?
I feel like that'd be so funny. So yeah, I would.
Survivor?
No.
Why no Survivor?
I would last probably like maybe 10 hours.
Me too.
Yeah.
Amazing Race?
Oh, definitely. It's already been talked about. It's already in the works. I want to do it. So
okay,
bad.
If it's already in the works, then do it. What about another Big Brother from another country, like the way the totally you would do it.
Love to.
All right, tons of people want to know. I see Giselle is asking it right now. As a super fan, let's start with this. What was your favorite twist in any season of Big Brother?
My favorite twist. Well, I don't know. I kind of liked the wild cards this year. Like I kind of liked that, you know, Nikki and Tim came from a different country and they came in. That was pretty cool, but I mean, I hated it at the time because, you know, Tim had already won and I thought that was a little bit unfair. But that was a pretty sick twist. Like no other Big Brother has done something like that, and I'm so happy that I got to be part of it.
Right. Now, because the follow-up was, what did you think of your the wild cards and the internationals? But let me ask you more specifically now, what are your thoughts on Nikki? What was it like being in the house with Nikki?
Like, Nikki's like a little munchkin. You just want to hug her and hold her, but then she, like, explodes. And you're like, holy, where did this come from? Like, you look at her, you don't think that's what she's like in real life, but then she, like, has these extreme meltdowns, and you kind of don't really know what to do. You want to be there for her, but you don't want to, you know, like, poke the fire when it's really hot kind of thing. So, I don't know. I love her, but she's really, really intense. And I feel like I would love her more outside the house just because the house gave her so much stress and I could see it and it gave me stress too. So I think without that, she's probably great.
Now, do you do any Nikki impression? She did impressions of all of you, and we're giving you all the opportunity to turn the table. Do you do any Nikki impression? And no. You don't?
Not really. I mean, like, all she really talks about is vodka and chocolate. So, like, it's just like, I need the vodka. Like, you know, like, I can't live without it. Or when she talks about my brother, she's like, I am Big Brother. Like, I am totally Big Brother. And you're like, oh, okay.
Thank you. That is my Nikki impression. My Nikki impression is literally vodka chocolate. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Vodka chocolate. You're the first person who's agreed that that's the Nikki impression.
Yeah.
What was it like then, as a follow-up from Giselle, what was it like then being in jury with Nikki? Did you guys have any time to work any? Because it's like, I get that you're still in the game, but you're kind of removed from the game a little bit. So what was that experience like?
I think like I was just in a really bad headspace in jury. I just really didn't want to be there. I just kind of wanted, I just felt I just wanted to give up. And so I just didn't really know how to deal with someone who's so stressful
Right.
when I'm so stressed right now. Like,
Mhm.
and she gives me like extreme anxiety sometimes. So like, I just needed to not deal with it while I'm trying to like be relaxed. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
No, that totally makes sense. The chat room, do you do a Tim impression? The chat room is like, oh my god, she does such a good Tim impression. I think it's because of the hat. Do you do a Tim impression?
I do, but like, I don't know why everyone thinks it's so good. Cause
Go,
like,
do it. I'm giving you full screen for it.
I forget even how to speak in Australian. But let's see here. Like, I don't even want to win, but like, I just came on the show to like have fun and just like, I don't know, like fuck around, but like I don't even care. Like I just like gave up on that competition, like whatever. That's like that's Tim.
I love it. That's a perfect Tim. That is
Yeah.
the best Tim I think I've heard.
Yeah.
That's a perfect Tim. I absolutely love it. Oh my god, I can't believe we forgot to even ask about this. We know that you got your duck back from Kelsey.
Yeah.
However, didn't Ramsey also give you a duck? Or or did he not?
Ramsey was the one that gave me that duck when I was upset one
But
day.
he didn't give you another one.
No.
Okay, then forget. Okay, but so you got the duck back from Kelsey then.
Yes.
Okay, and where is the duck now?
It's in my room.
Okay. I appreciate you not instantly putting it on eBay.
Yeah.
Because, well, I would have went out.
$100.
I would have went out and found a real similar one and put it right on. I would have been like, here's my duck.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to another fan question. It's from Nediliard. I don't know, it sounds like a sneeze. Says, hi, Maddy. Huge fan of yours. My question is, what surprised you the most since leaving the house?
What surprised me the most
Like,
when I left was
yeah.
like how evil people are,
Oh.
and how the world can just be like so, like social media. Like all we hear about is like telling people how they feel on social media, and I'm just not like that. And so like people are just so vocal about it and who they like and who they didn't like and why they liked them. And that was like really shocking for me. And like also the fact that like people want to take pictures with you. That was so shocking. I felt like such a celebrity, but I was like, oh my gosh, like all I did was like make rice and veggies and like hooked up with Ramsey on the show. Like, and you want to take a picture with me? Like, it's pretty funny.
Have you watched any of the show back yet?
I think I'm on episode like 9 or 10.
Has anything surprised you? Like, did you learn anything watching the show back that you were like, oh my god, I didn't even know that was happening, or that's not at all how that happened?
Yeah, I think I just watched an episode. It was actually where Tim nominated me for a replacement, and there was just so much backlash on my move about Levita, which like was really confusing because everyone wanted me to put her up and get her out. And then like hours later, they were just like completely opposite. They were like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Like, Maddie's an idiot. And then like, Nikki's diary room about me, she called me poison. Like I was like, what did I do to any of these people?
Well, yes. Do you take into account any of it? Like, are you able to say that happened in the game and
it's done now?
And
yeah.
Okay, good. So that is good that you can be like that. 'Cause I would hate for you to not.
No,
like
I just don't care. Like, it was like a game, and I was not the nicest person in the world, and I hope that people can accept me now that I'm outside the house. Like, I feel like you're two different people. Like, in the house, I was the villain. Outside the house, I'm not a villain.
Con for Peace wants to know, why did you vote for Kelsey to come back in? What was your thought process behind voting Kelsey back in over Levita?
Because at that point, I needed the house. I just needed the house to be. I needed to be in the majority. I couldn't be in the minority anymore. I've been in it for too long, and I knew that if I was the first person to stick up my hand and say, "No, I want Levita to come back," like people would be like, Jared would look at me, and Raul would look at me, and they'd be like, "Of course you're going after Kelsey. Like, how predictable." So I was kind of just like,
right. Leslie in the chat room says, Nikki says Nick is a good kisser. What's your opinion?
I think she's right.
Oh, interesting. A lot of, I think, your younger fans want to know, what advice would you give them or give to anybody who wants to apply to Big Brother, let's say, next season?
I just think that, I applied like 2 years in a row and I still didn't get it. And then this year I finally got it. So just don't give up. Like, it's honestly, it may seem like the hardest thing in the world and you may feel like super rejected when you don't get it. But think about how many people are applying in Canada. Like, that's a lot of people. And like, if you show them like who you are, like they'll love you right away. And just, I don't know, just be yourself and just be honest and, just try and prepare yourself for what you're actually applying for. Like, I honestly didn't think the show was like the way that I lived it, basically. Like, I did not expect that, like, watching it. So, just, be yourself and just love applying for it. Don't do it just because you want to be on a reality TV show. Like, do it because you want to do it and because you love the show.
Now, I know you, I totally hear everything that you were just saying about social media. I think one of, a big turning point or a big point in this season on social media was what happened in the house when you all got really upset, when you were all crying over, that incident where you hated salad. Now, I don't understand why you are crying and eating salad, but I appreciate it because I don't like salad either, is what I'm trying to say, Maddy, is I don't like salad either, which is why I was shocked then when later on we found out that you were still refusing to eat salad, Maddy. There was a lot of you refusing to eat salad in the house. No, that was, of course, Ramsey and everything that happened with Ramsey in the house. I made it be about salad.
Love it.
What was it like going through that situation in the house, and wanting to support Ramsey, and what was that like in that moment for you?
It was just like, all I wanted to do was just like be there for him and like try and, give him some kind of words of wisdom, but at the same time, you don't really know what to say because there is nothing you can do to make the situation better. So it was the hardest thing ever having him leave. And especially on that note, like, I mean, there's one thing to like have your like number one ally leave because they got evicted, because then you just have to move on. But it's like, leave when they're going through a hard time and you're just sitting here wanting to be there for them and you can't, is like just awful.
Now, Maddy, speaking of Ramsey, I actually have a special question, which I was going to save it for the end of the show, but I would like to get it over with right now so that everyone can stop asking about it. Okay. So, this is your special thing, and now hopefully you're going to be able to hear it.
What's going on, Maddy? Just finished my interview, and I hope you're having an awesome time. There's some amazing questions, some intense, some, lighthearted. I have a question for you. It's really one question. A lot of people talk about this question on Twitter, and that question is, can you spread your cheeks for me?
It is the infamous Ramsay taking... Now, I hope he told you what his answer was. But of course, this is like the number one thing that people will not shut up about. So I want to get it off the table right now. And you should be good again hearing. So, what do you want to say on this whole feed drama about Maddy Pavle, which really... is not bad on you. It's, if anything, it's bad on Ramsay. But what do you want to say about it?
I just think it's so funny. Like, me and Ramsay are just like, we just joke, like, about everything. Like, that's just who we are. Like, we just kind of screw around and we didn't do anything. I just find it funny that production, like, cut the live feeds. You know, everyone's like, ah! Oh my God, freaking out. But nothing happened. And we just talk like that. It's just us being vulgar and like being young. So
believe me, I understand. Sometimes I say things on this show and then I get a 10-page email that somebody thought I was being serious. And I was like, it's not that serious.
No, totally jokes.
Totally a joke. Good. I love it. I'm glad that you can joke about it. I'm glad that Ramsay can joke about it. So I love it.
Yeah.
Now, have you heard about the we can put all the bad. This is I think what would be the only last bad thing. We can get this all out of the way. Have you heard of, I know you don't go on Twitter, have you heard of the hashtag like things Maddy hates? Although you don't know how Twitter works, but...
No, I don't, but I haven't heard of it.
It's kind of
so funny.
It's kind of funny. So in other words, if you search on Twitter, hashtag things Maddy hates, it'll be little things that you said in the house that you hated. So it's kind of funny. So you should check it out. Like salad.
That's amazing. I'm obsessed.
So I like it. Angie Starr in the chat room wants to know, why did you specifically say you wanted Nick to answer your jury question? And for maybe the people that don't remember, what was your question?
My question to Nick was, you guys had obviously the hugest advantage in the game by being able to be in two places at once, yet you completely failed. Please give me a time or please explain how this advantage benefited your game. And the reason I asked Nick is because I'm so sick of Phil talking over Nick. Nick is so smart, and I know that because I spend a lot of time with him, and I just wanted people to see that. And if you really wanted to win, I think Nick needs to be the one to put his foot down and say something, and people can be surprised by it. He failed in answering that question, but I was really happy that he tried. And yeah, and Nick is I just support Nick all the way.
Are you happy with their win? Are you glad that the brothers won? I think a lot of people want to know how everyone feels about their win.
I mean, to be honest, like at first I was a little frustrated that it was those two in the end. Mm-hmm. But when you have to decide, obviously, like it can't exactly be just self-evict from jury. So at the end of the day, like I was actually really happy that I voted for the brothers to win.
Good.
Both of them, like Kelsey and the brothers, completely just failed their questions. Like I've never seen a more brutal attempt at answering such simple questions in my entire life. But they just wanted it more, and you could tell, and they're brothers, and it meant so much to Phil, and like, you know, just being with his brother, like they're just so proud of themselves, and I love it, and I think it's adorable.
It is adorable. Alicia's tweet HB says, who are you closest with outside of the house now? Besides Ramsay, obviously.
Probably Cassandra. We do talk almost every day. I love her. She is so funny. And yeah, I'm so happy. And I'm actually quite surprised that we got really close outside the house, because in the house she was such a little bitch. But she's great. And when she's not in a group situation, like when she's just one-on-one, like she's awesome. And she's like exactly like all of my friends at home. So I love her, and I'm probably closest with her. But at the same time, I am close with a lot of them. Like I talk to Dallas, and I talk to Mitch every day, and I talk to Levita today for like an hour. Like, you know, I can't help but not be close with them.
Got you. Some people are saying they want to see, and I will show you too, that it is kind of fun. So here's an example of the Maddie hates on Twitter. So it's like playing Donkey Kong on Mario, things Maddie hates. Or Maddie says, I want to call everyone in the living room, but I don't want to interrupt what anyone is doing. It's like Maddieism. Or Kelsey will say, I love Ariana Grande. She's really talented. And you'll be like, I think she's fucking annoying. So those are like things Maddie hates on
I
Twitter.
love these people. Like, I love you.
You will like it. They're very funny. There's a lot that are very funny. What twist? Lost Cruise asks, what twist would you, as a super fan, what would you have interjected into the game, whether it altered someone else's game or even helped your own? I don't like helped your own, because obviously it'd be like, I want to advance to the final two. What twist would you put into the house that you think would be like a cool twist to screw with people's games?
I think I would like to see a twist kind of like, having the brothers kind of come in together, but then separate. But then in final two, they become like three. So like it's like a final three, and then people would have to decide out of the three of them instead of the two of them.
Oh, I like that
So
one.
I think that would be kind of fun, like having them together and then separate and then come back together would be like kind of fun.
Oh, that would be a good twist. Giselle has a great question in the chat room. She says, this is a very important hashtag, things that Maddie could hate. What is your opinion on the U.S. Big Brother Battle of the Block?
I don't know. I couldn't find myself so intrigued with the Battle of the Block. I felt like there was just a lot going on. There was so much game. Like, I just didn't love it. And
we don't either.
You don't know who to fall in love with because, like, there's like four people like always battling, and you're like, I don't know who to go for. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
None of us like it either. A very important and serious question now: Marsha the Moose or Giselle the Giraffe? So your mascot or kind of our mascot last season?
I like Martha the Moose. She's so funny. I just like, she's such a little shit. I love it.
Yeah, she is. I do like her too.
Yeah.
What did you think of, we should have made this a game. Darn it. If I would have thought about it, we could have had like a whole firing of questions where we made it like, Maddie hates it or Maddie loves it. And we could have had so much fun. But here's another one. Raoul's half jacket. Love it, hate it?
Hate it.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I tried to give him the bottom half of it. He didn't want it. What did you think of the brothers' attempt at self-evicting?
I was like, what do you mean? I was like, first of all, this is a classic case of Phil trying to be the hero. And it never works because he thinks that he's just gonna like somehow self-evict and people are gonna save him and he looks like the angel, but he knows he can't actually do that. So I was like, nice try.
Well, I will say, and everybody can go back and watch it, yourrealityrecaps.com/bbcan. They have a full explanation of what was going through their heads.
Sure they do. And they probably thought of it 5 days later.
You said it, not me.
Yeah.
Has it? Oh no, correct. It was Nick that wanted to self-evict, but I thought that's what you said.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we all know how you feel about that one, chat room. Question, Angel Chick wants to know, if you were in the final two, what would your speech have been to the jury to try and get their votes, and who would you have wanted to be sitting next to?
I think if I was in the final two, I would have wanted to be next to either Ramsey or someone like Nikki. And my speech probably would have just been like, look, I came to this show, like I want it so bad, like I've auditioned X amount of years, like I feel like I've been through this like crazy experience and like got pretty much the worst of it. Like I've been at the bottom of the food barrel like pretty much every single week, and I've managed to get myself here. And I've worked hard in every single competition. And you may think that I wasn't a good social player, but that's just your game, and this is my game. So.
I also totally forgot to tell people that the number one fan of this show is going to win Maddy's autograph, and you already did that, Maddy. So far, it's Jade Cap, you are the number one fan. We have about 10-15 minutes left, so if you want a Maddy autograph, anybody that shares the show has a chance to get one, or the number one fan. I have another important question for you, Maddy.
Okay.
What does the word below you say? Can you read it? It's on the screen. It's a state.
Where?
I guess you don't see it. Okay, you ready? I'm just going to spell it for you. You have to say, and this is not about you. It is a bet that I am trying to settle with people. Though it's a state, and it is spelled Oregon. How do you say that word?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon?
Thank you, Maddy. I agree. It is Oregon.
Absolutely.
I think only not correct people say Oregon when there's clearly an on at the end. So thank you, Maddy. So far, only me, you, and Mitch are correct.
Yeah, and Mitch is really smart.
Exactly. He has like a whole book.
So are we.
He has a whole book, everybody. So there's that. Have you read Mitch's book?
Yeah, I read it in like half an hour.
That's not good.
No, it's really good. It's just like really short.
Yeah.
Novel. Just as like little bits. Yeah.
I just ordered it. I can't wait to get it. Did you ever AB Webby 21404 wants to know, did you ever at any point consider working with Kelsey before Mitch blew that all up? Which I don't remember how Mitch blew it up.
Like I always thought about working with Jared, but Kelsey's like such a hothead sometimes, and like even looking back at the show, like the way she talks to Jared is so condescending, and I'm so happy that I never put my foot in that pond. Like we would have just like bumped heads so bad that our follow would have been even worse than it was.
Interesting. Maximus Mom wants to know, did you feel that flirting with Nick was a strategy? Or I should start that with, do you feel you flirted with Nick? And if you did, was it a strategy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the live feeder saw, but on day one, me and Cassandra looked at each other and we're kind of like, this brothers thing, it could be really good. Like, if you can get in with one, you can get in with the other. Mm-hmm. In my case, I got in with one. Phil hated it, so I had to just throw that plan in the garbage. As you clearly saw, made Phil, dumped Nick, for me, it was great.
RJ Mitchell in the chat room, I know earlier you said that you weren't targeting girls. She wants to know, why did you seem to only want to work with the guys? And again, do you feel like you only wanted to work with the guys in the house?
I'm just like, I think the way I was born is just like, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a girl kind of like, I just hang out with guys at home. Mm-hmm. Like, I just think that they're more fun. There's less drama. They're not manipulative. They like you for you, and they're not nitpicky. But I think in the house, like, a lot of the guys were just kind of like really dumb. And I felt like I could just kind of use that a little bit to my advantage. And like that way, I could be seen a little bit more and be a little bit more vocal, because I know that when I work with girls, I'm usually like hidden under the rug a little bit and people talk over me and I get like kind of shy. So yeah.
Sword Owner Shady says, do you regret anything that you did in the house? And if so, what?
I mean, I feel like every day I wake up and I regret another thing about the house, but like...
What's the most current regret?
I think the most current regret is just kind of like the way I hated being the villain, and I think my biggest regret is, not showing people the nicer side of me, or not showing more people the good side of me. I only really showed Dallas and Ramsey, and the people who really I wanted to give it to. So I don't know. I think that was like probably my biggest downfall, and I do regret that.
So then, I mean, I feel like this is kind of tying into what you're saying. Shelly T wants to know, during your HOH, you said you really didn't want anybody to feel safe. So now looking back, do you feel that was a good move or a bad move?
I mean, I don't really care. Like, I don't really know how to touch on that question just because, like, you kind of I need to answer that, like, in the moment.
Right.
But, I just thought it was, like, I just didn't want, because every week there's an HOH and there's people who just, like, sit back and chill. And I hate that shit. Like, the only person who could really sit back and chill was Ramsey, and I wanted people to know that. Like, I just told everyone when they came in, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Could be you. Maybe not. I don't know.
It definitely, it can go either way. I personally think for the viewers, we appreciate it. As a viewer, it makes it for a more interesting week. Like you said, it sucks when basically half the house feels safe and they're like, everything's fine, no drama this week.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like, I want to say your HOH kind of, really started a lot of the drama in the house because people weren't feeling safe. So thank you for that. I just saw another good question. Oh, what did you think of, let's start with Joel. What did you think of Joel saying he wanted to leave the game a lot there towards the end, right? Maybe you didn't see it, but maybe you heard it. You didn't see it? Okay,
No.
then did you hear, we'll skip over to Tim. Did you hear that Tim forfeited part 2?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
I think when I found out, I was just kind of like, I just wanted to like squeeze his head and be like why? Like, why did you do that? Like, I hate it. Like, I was just, all of us in the jury wanted Tim so bad. Like, you have no idea, like, how bad we wanted Tim in that final 2, because he was going to win by like a landslide. But just knowing that if he didn't make it there because he didn't win the competition, fine. But the fact that he literally gave up was kind of like, hey, this is classic Tim trying to like be like, oh, I don't even care, like whatever. And then, like, I don't know, I was just kind of like, you said this whole game how bad you wanted it, and then you just like gave up. You could have given it to Cassandra, but you literally gave up after she left. I was like, no.
That is definitely the problem I had with it as well. I have my own theory on why he gave it up, but I can't say it on a show with the house guests because I don't want you to get in trouble. Anyway, Crafty Chick says, going back to your comment on wishing you showed people more of yourself, then do you feel like you would? When did you come up with the idea to not play it that way? Like, did you go into the house thinking I should play this more as a villain?
Kind of, yeah. I kind of just like went into the house and like I was kind of just like, I don't care about anybody. Like, I want $100,000. Like, I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Sucks to suck. But like, I don't know. Like, every day it changed. To be honest with you, like every day I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna be really nice today. And the other days I wake up and I'm like, I hate everybody.
Rafe in the chat room, who I think watched almost the whole season live in the audience, there watching you guys, wants to know, what was it like being a part of Tim's koala bear head of household reign?
I was like pretty mad about it because I was, I'm actually really unsure about that. I mean, I just watched that episode, and I still, to this day, don't know if I was actually the third highest koalas or if I was just a wild card, because he says, do I go with the third highest or do I throw a wild card? And then he's like, oh, I'm going to throw a wild card. I was like,
Well, lucky for you, we got hundreds of. I want to say yes, but my memory is also horrible. Lucky for you, we got hundreds of people here. Survey says yes, 100%. You were the third highest. Chat room, it's official. Yes,
Okay.
so you are.
Well, good, but I mean, like, Tim, you literally just did that because A, you were scared, and B, you kind of just wanted everyone else to do the dirty work so you can just sit and hang out in your stupid beige suit.
Oh, Tim and his beige suit. Did you see he got a little puppy dog and he's naming it Maple?
Oh my god, I know. And I was like, Skype me, Skype me. I want to hang out with your puppy.
Oh, we love Tim.
I love Tim.
Tim is truly, I think he made the show so much fun. Jackass wants to know, do you still have Tim's I Love Koala shirt?
I do, and this is so funny because I was just talking about this like 20 minutes ago or an hour ago, but he said that he would give it to me. He's like, oh, don't worry, like I have so many, whatever. But then when I left, apparently he was like, I didn't give it to you. And I'm like, so confused. So yes, I still have it, and I love it, and I think it's adorable. But if you really need it, Tim, and you're watching this, I can mail it to you.
Tim is not watching this because he's on the other side of the damn world, and it is impossible for us to get in touch with him. But if you talk to him, Maddie, well, he's not going to talk to him. You're on the run. You can because you don't want to lose that shirt, so forget it. But if you talk to him, let him know we're trying to hunt him down still. Was Ed Rizzo in the chat room wants to know, was there anything that you took from the house as a souvenir besides his shirt?
Yeah, I mean, the duck is from the house. Like, Ramsey stole it from the pool.
Anything that we don't know that you would have taken, like the duck. Like, for example, I think somebody took deodorant. Somebody took.
I have my water bottle. Like,
I like that water bottle. Oh, that was the water bottle. Oh no! I'm thinking of oh my god. Cactus. Wow.
Oh, Dallas?
Thank you. Could not get that name in my head. His water bottle, I want to know how he was allowed to write everybody's name on his water bottle in the order they were evicted. Cheater.
Yeah.
That would never fly in our Big Brother.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Maybe that's what happens when it's filled with farts and water. You're allowed to just gas the people. Maddie, do you still check for your microphone every day? And how hard was it for you to adjust back to normal life?
I don't check my microphone at all. Like, I don't know why. I literally never look for it. But every time I'm wearing my headphones, I feel like this wire is supposed to be in my back pocket. Mm-hmm. So I always try and like put it there, and I'm like, what am I doing? But adjusting back to real life was like the easiest thing ever. I'm honestly shocked. Like, I thought I was gonna come home and be like panicked and like worry about like being normal, but like I already have 2 jobs and I've been home for like 2 days, so things are going way better than planned.
Now, you said that you at this moment don't have plans to go to the BB18 premiere. Well, you're not because it is too far away and I wouldn't do it either. But do you plan on watching Big Brother 18 chat room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then Maddie, we'll have to have you come back on and talk about it with us and see what you think about it.
Big Brother.
Okay. Well, Maddie, your fans that are here love you. They support you. They support everything that you're doing. They wish you would get on Twitter. But since they have you here right now, what do you want to say to all of your fans that came out to see you tonight?
I just want to say that you guys are honestly so awesome. And I wish that I could meet each and every one of you and have a conversation with you. But you know, circumstances are what they are, but you guys can always direct message me on my Instagram. Like, I will try and answer every single message that you guys ask. You know, I love you all so much, and your support means so much to me because I have a lot of haters. So my lovers, I love you. Thank you.
Now, I will put the links below this video on the website when it comes out, but tell the people what your Instagram name is again.
My Instagram name is just @Maddy Pavle, which is the same as my Snapchat name.
Perfect. And don't bother tweeting her because she doesn't use it.
Yeah, like you guys can know my Twitter. I'm just not that active.
It is right here. Well, I mean, I don't know if this is one you want, but
That's not my
so
Twitter.
you want them to use your real one. Do you want them to
Yes.
know your real one?
Sure.
Okay, what's your real Twitter? We'll put it below this video.
So it's at THE Blunt BLUNT Blonde BLOND.
Okie dokie, there you go. It will be below this video when the edited version comes out. Congratulations to Jade Cap 8, who was your number one fan this show, Maddy. And I will be letting everybody know this weekend who won prizes just for sharing the show. I might be back on later tonight, or I will be back on this weekend. But either way, thank you so much, Maddy, for taking time out of your night to speak with your fans. They all love you. They all want you to know. They think you played a great game. You were an amazing player. And block the haters.
Please.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.